Good afternoon, Chair and members. My name is Nick Hudson. I'm here on behalf of the ACLU of Texas against SJR 5. Nearly 3 decades ago, the U.S. Supreme Court held that in our society, liberty is the norm and detention prior to trial or without trial is the carefully limited exception. Pretrial detention in Texas is not carefully limited, however. It is the norm. 70% of our jail population is presumptively innocent, awaiting trial. Most of those detained are nonviolent, unlikely to reoffend, and posing no risk of flight. And though presumed innocent and no risk to public safety, they remain in jail, losing jobs, and families emerging more likely to be involved in the criminal justice system in the future. The toll on them personally also burdens communities and taxpayers, and Black and brown Texans are particularly hard hit. SJR 5, unfortunately, would make these problems worse, because as drafted, it is missing critical procedural safeguards to carefully limit pretrial detention. It contains a consequential drafting error that we believe would result in over-detention. It would result in overbroad detention and undermine constitutional values and the rights of all Texans. So what are some of the missing protections? One, it allows detention of presumptively innocent people who do not have a lawyer to advocate for them at these hearings, whose risk might be more effectively managed through alternatives to jail, of people who do not pose a very high risk of failure to complete pretrial supervision. Under SJR 5, judges could detain people if they think they might miss a court date for any reason in the past, or might commit a minor future offense that even indirectly affects community safety. That's too low a bar to hold somebody who's presumptively innocent. In addition, I want to note that SJR 5 is meaningfully worse than previous Senate versions. It is not the same that people voted on in the past because it omits a good provision that required least restrictive conditions when bail is set. That language was in SJR 1, SJR 3, SJR 44. It is missing from this proposal. It threatens the rights of all Texans. It moves us away from liberty and to a system that's less fair and more punitive.